Quando Rando murder. It was a retaliation to King Von getting killed.
For that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, who's the first one to get mentioned today?
What do you mean?
One of your guests. We all thought that was a bad drug deal, weed deal. You know that. The world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought.
Huh. Okay.
And it wasn't until February of 2023 that BriccBaby goes on the internet with Flacco and says, out of nowhere, the world is oblivious to this. We've tied this to a bad drug deal. Remember the story that an arm reached over Quando and shot him? That was the story, right? BriccBaby goes on the show and says, I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von anymore. And Flacco says, well, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, the shoot. They slid for King Von, OTF.
Yeah.
Now, that's February. March, the feds get on Brick. We don't know this. Jump to June 2023. Feds come to BriccBaby's house. We get the report. I'm screaming, BriccBaby just got picked up by the feds. What's happening? When your court date? Right? We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone. In the process of him doing the search, they come across the AK-47. BriccBaby calls 600, who's part of the exposers, one of my guys. Say, man, the feds just picked me up. I got an AK case, but they on the other fella. We're going to refrain from his name because I know that's your friend, right? He's giving us all this information. He said the feds been on me since March, right? So he gives this thing identifying OTF in February, first one in the world. And then when they come in this house in June, they let them know they've been on them since March, but we think it's an AK-47 case, right? Come to find out, when we applied pressure last night on Act Show, he wakes up this morning in a panic. He goes on there and starts running his mouth. Yeah, the feds came in. They took my cell phone, still haven't given it back, right? If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's locations.
Oh.
Slow down. Number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's locations. Now, after the murder, when Quando went back to Georgia, what did he immediately do?
Dropped his flag?
There it goes. What was he claiming?
Roll 60 script.
Where BriccBaby from?
Roll 60 script.
What you think the police told Quando?
That the Roll 60s set him up?
Who you think he checked in with?
Roll 60s?
With who?
Okay, I see where you're going with this. I'm not going to say
listen,
it. Yeah.
Listen.
I'm not going to say it.
No, listen. He's the one that with everything I'm saying, he said. Go pull it up. Him and Flacco. Nobody knew anything about it. We wasn't even factored in OTF in this.
They can't blame nobody but theyself. Ain't nobody the police but them. Them the ones who went to jail and completed the RICO Act on themselves. Because they all went in there and throw each other under the bus, bro. They trying to throw Von under the bus because Von had all the money. And we just blame it on the nigga with the money. Right? And that backfire, gang.
When you said that to Durk, what was his response to you?
He said, you know what? He said, somebody just came in my house. How do they know exactly what the address is? I don't give my address to nobody. Like, this is not, because something that happened.
The robbery in Georgia?
Yeah.
When India had to shoot?
He went straight to talking about that.
Damn. What do you think it is?
And then,
he knew Von was a killer. Didn't him and Von get into a situation where they had a shootout? And once Von got killed, he blamed Von for the pistol case or whatever, the shootout?
Yep.
Nigga, that was his partner. Don't he wear V-Roy on his hat representing Von?
Yeah.
How you blame Von?
Durk down, a dramatic arrest. Yo, this Lil Durk situation is wild. The streets are buzzing, social media's on fire, and everyone's wondering the same thing: who snitched? Picture this. Lil Durk, Chicago's own, at the peak of his career, suddenly gets caught in a police raid. The feds were waiting, ready to bring the hammer down. Charges, serious stuff, gun possession, conspiracy, you name it. This wasn't some minor infraction. This was the law coming after a king. But here's the real question that's got everyone talking. How did the cops know where to find him? Who dropped the dime on Durk? Was it someone close, someone he trusted? These ain't just hypotheticals, people. This is about loyalty, betrayal, and the cutthroat world of hip-hop. Now let's talk about Bezu, once Durk's right-hand man, his brother in arms, his ride or die. These two, they went way back, shared struggles and triumphs. But lately things ain't been so rosy. Whispers of a falling out, a power struggle, maybe even jealousy brewing beneath the surface. Could this be the reason Bezu flipped? Did loyalty have a price tag, and did the feds flash enough cash to make him talk? Remember, we ain't accusing anyone here, just connecting the dots. The timing is suspect, the tension palpable, and in this game, where street cred is currency and snitching is the ultimate sin, even a whiff of doubt can be enough. But hold up, there's another name swirling around this whole mess: OTF Jam. Another close associate of Durk, a member of his OTF crew, someone who was supposed to have his back. But rumors, they spread like wildfire, and whispers about Jam cooperating with the authorities have been making the rounds. Did the pressure get too much? Did Jam crack under the weight of potential charges? Look, the feds, they play dirty. They offer deals, threaten families, dangle freedom like a carrot on a stick. It's a tough spot to be in, no doubt. But if Jam did fold, the repercussions for Durk and the entire OTF crew could be devastating. Section 4, the music industry, a breeding ground for betrayal. Let's be real, folks. The music industry, especially hip-hop, has always been a breeding ground for envy, backstabbing, and straight-up betrayal. It's a dog-eat-dog world where everyone's trying to climb the ladder, even if it means stepping on a few necks along the way. Loyalty? It's a beautiful thing, but in this game it can be a liability. We've seen it time and time again, rappers turning on each other, friendships imploding, crews dissolving in a hail of diss tracks and social media shade. It's the ugly underbelly of the game. The price of fame, the risk you take when you let ambition cloud your judgment. Section 5, clues and speculation, unraveling the mystery. So, who really snitched on Lil Durk? Right now it's a guessing game, a puzzle with missing pieces. We got rumors, we got speculation, but hard evidence? That's what we're waiting for. The feds ain't talking, Durk's team is staying tight-lipped, and Bezu and OTF Jam, they're laying low, probably lawyered up and waiting for the dust to settle. The streets are watching, the fans are waiting, and the stakes have never been higher. In this game of loyalty and betrayal, the truth has a funny way of coming out. It might take time, but eventually the mask will slip, the snake will reveal itself, and we'll finally know who played who. Section 6, Durk's fate, justice, loyalty, and the future. As for Lil Durk, he's facing some serious charges and his future hangs in the balance. Justice will run its course, but one thing's for sure. This arrest has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of fame, the consequences of street life, and the importance of loyalty in a world where trust is a precious commodity. Whatever the outcome, this situation will leave its mark on Lil Durk, on his career, and on the people around him. We can only hope that justice is served, that truth prevails, and that Durk comes out of this stronger and wiser. But one thing's for certain, this story is far